Hi, I'm Steph, and I'm your go-to realtor here in the Austin area, born and raised in South Central Austin. So if you're looking to relocate here, watch this video before making the move, and let's go over the crucial things you must know before making the move. Starting from the top, and this is in no particular order, we're going to speak about traffic. Now, traffic is no secret here in Austin. As Austin continues to grow year over year, traffic has gotten worse. 35, in my opinion, being one of the worst highways. 35 runs through downtown Austin, up to Round Rock, Georgetown area, and then down into like San Marcos, New Braunfels area. So it's a very heavy traffic highway. You also have Mopac, which is west of 35. We used to have what was called the traffic hour, but in my opinion, every hour is a traffic hour. Overall, we have Mopac, we have 35, and then we have 183. All these highways are pretty congested as they are continuing to try to expand Austin. We have tollways here, and over the last few years, they have become more and more popular here in the Austin area. You know, years and years ago, we didn't have tollways here. So now we've got 183 that now turns into a toll. Mopac has its own tollway express lane. You've got 35, which does not have tollways, and then you've got 130 that runs on the east side all the way up to like the Hutto area and beyond, and then down into the Kyle area and extending. Now, with that being said, it's very smart to have a Texas toll tag. Tolls are pretty expensive here. Every toll is different. So overall, if you're gonna spend a good amount of time or move here to Austin, I would highly recommend a toll tag. To no surprise, we are going to talk about the weather. Some areas are very predictable, like Arizona. We know Arizona's hot. We know California has pretty great weather throughout the year, 70s and 80s, depending on what part you're in. But Texas is just kind of all over the board. So in Austin, the weather seems to be in the summertime, which is anywhere in the 90s to low hundreds. You know, the last couple of years, we've had some very interesting hot summers. I think we hit about 115, 118 with the heat index, which is pretty insane because it's really hard to even be outside, whether you're in a swimming pool or at the lake. Summers here tend to just be brutal. But you also tend to have these unpredictable winters. Overall, we don't really have 4 seasons here. We have like spring-ish and summer. Winter here is very hit or miss. A couple years ago, we had a really nasty ice storm. The city shut down because we just don't have the infrastructure, we don't have the trucks for that type of weather. And then you've got fall, which is hit or miss. You've got spring, which is hit or miss. And then you've got summer. Specifically, the last few years, we've seen more and more heat. We've seen some on and off winters. We get crazy rain sometimes, and then we go months without rain. I would come spend a couple summers here to see if this is something that you could live in or it's kind of up your alley, because I enjoy them. A lot of people enjoy them, but it's just not for everybody. So moving on, we have the hill country. When I speak about hill country, I'm not talking about the downtown central hub of Austin, but Austin is surrounded, especially on the west side, by beautiful hill country. You have Dripping Springs, you have Bee Caves, Lake Travis, you have Rolling Woods. You've got so many beautiful cities. I've spoken to people that have came to Austin and visited Austin, and they thought they were going to see a bunch of cactuses, or they were going to see people riding horses, or they were just going to see some mooing cows just roaming the downtown Austin. So I think everybody has their input on what Austin could look like. Just like, I don't know, before I went to Idaho, I just thought it was a bunch of potato farms, and I was wrong. Idaho is pretty, Austin is just, it's a really pretty city once you get like on the outskirts. Like, there's so much greenery. Even inside Austin, we have so many parks. We have the lakes, there's trails, there's tons of green space. We have Zilker Park. There is a numerous amounts of hill country trails and so much scenery to see here in the Austin area, and I think that's why a lot of people do love Austin. People love spending their time outdoors. Something I love, I enjoy. I love taking my dogs hiking. I love going hiking, going to the water holes. There's just so much to do here in Austin. We are famous for our HEB. People love HEB. I love HEB. I don't shop at Walmart hardly ever. HEB is based out of San Antonio, has been in Austin for many, many years. We have HEBs everywhere. I know I've got about 5 within 15 minutes of me. Everything you can think of, HEB has their own line, and it's really great product. There's just nothing like it. HEB started to move to the Dallas metro area just a few years ago, and people waited in line to get into HEB because that's how big HEB is. It's just crazy. If you come to Austin, even if you're just coming to visit, you have to check out the local HEB. Another one that I think people really love about Austin is the healthy lifestyle. I think Austin does a really great job surrounding itself with healthy fitness lifestyle. There's tons of parks all over, not even just Austin, but like the suburbs. There's trails. Austin is a very bike friendly city. There is a trail that goes all the way around Lake Austin. That trail gets packed on the weekends, just FYI. But just overall, I think Austin loves to have healthy options, whether it's fitness or food. I think we've got some really great options for the city. You know, if you're looking to live a healthier lifestyle, I think a lot of people have commuted here and moved here because of that. And it's something I really appreciate about Austin. Another one that is not really shocking with the growth that we've seen here, but is very important is the cost of living. The affordability in Austin has gotten harder and harder over the last few years. We've seen a big boom in the last 10 or 15 years, but especially since COVID. COVID happened, we saw tons and tons of people moving to Austin, Texas. It's became more and more of a popular city as people were able to become hybrid. The affordability has grown substantially. So if you're looking at a one-bedroom apartment, average cost is about $1,700. And that's not like a fancy one-bedroom downtown Austin. And that's a very average apartment outside of the downtown Austin area. Single family home in the Austin area, median home price is close to $600,000. And if you're looking at the outskirts and like the whole metroplex as a whole, it's closer to the $550,000 mark. Just a few years ago, you could find a home in the $200,000, $300,000 range. That's very hard to find now. Now, if you go out to a smaller suburb city that's about 45 minutes from Austin, there are some suburbs that are still in that price range, but there are a lot of suburbs like Buda, Kyle, Round Rock, Georgetown, Hutto, Leander, Cedar Park that have grown with Austin and have become really awesome suburbs, as like you don't really have to leave that area because they are growing their own city as far as restaurants and outdoors and things to do. But with that comes a price. So a lot of those suburb cities, you're really more into like the 400,000 plus mark. All right, one of my favorites is Austin is a very welcoming city. Southern hospitality is a real thing here, and I think a lot of people that have moved here have realized that people will open the door for you. They'll give you directions. They'll talk to a stranger. I know some cities that you just can't do that. I also think Austin is a little bit slower pace. Some people appreciate it, maybe some people don't like it. Dallas is a lot more corporate style, fast-paced city. Austin's just not that. And on that note, this city, which I truly appreciate, and I know probably 80% of the city appreciate, is we are a dog-friendly city. There are tons of dog parks, whether they are off-leash dog parks, on-leash dog park. You have dog parks that, you know, you can pay a fee to get in, a membership, and they monitor your dogs for you. They have a bar there for you. Every community almost, or at least more of the master plan communities, the apartment complexes all have, or most of them have dog parks. You can bring your dog to the coffee shop. You can bring your dog to an outside patio restaurant. You know, I know there's a lot of places in the US that, you know, might not be as friendly, but people really love their animals here and want their animals to go everywhere with them. If you're a dog lover or animal lover, Austin is really a great city for that. All right, last but not least, the food scene. Austin, in my opinion, has a pretty good food scene, but I know it's not the best, but we're getting there. You know, Austin has grown more and more over the last few years, and the food scene has gotten so much better here. We are not as diverse as Houston, but we are continuing to see famous chefs and a lot of local people open up brick and mortars, or as some people know, Austin is full of food trucks, which I absolutely love. So I think that's something that separates Austin is the food truck scene. You don't see that as much as like in the Dallas area or like the Houston area or even the San Antonio area. Austin's very spread out, and so we have the space to put food truck. Now, if you're looking to eat downtown Austin, it's going to be costly. There's restaurants like one of my favorites is Ava Downtown. You usually have to book a reservation 2 to 3 weeks out to be able to get a table. There are some restaurants you can walk in, sit at the bar tops, and that's typically what I do. But if you've got a larger group of people or you've got more than a couple people, it's best to try to book a restaurant, especially if it's a holiday or if you're looking to go on a date with your partner. That is one thing that Austin has gotten so popular and people love to be outdoors. I would love to hear your input, good or bad. Put it in the comments. Tell me what your favorite thing is about Austin. Tell me what you don't love about Austin. I want to hear it all. If you're looking to move to the Austin area, whether it's now or a year from now, I would love to hear from you. And I'm here to make this move as smooth as possible. Thank you so much for watching. If you got anything out of this video, please subscribe and like this video as I plan on making more videos every week, and I will see you on the next.